Sharon M. Atkinson, MacGyver of Design. This is Thursday, September 11th, 2025. The time now is 6:12 p.m. I am in the process right at this moment creating the 100 playlist that I'm going to insert into my playlist Mind's Eye Faith. That's my 46 playlist. I have other videos that I've created, and those can be found in my 23rd playlist, MacGyver of Design. And the theme of this particular video, it is part 3 in the series, the food test, very effective, based on Numbers 11, 4, 5, and 6. Let's read that quickly. And the mixed crowd that was in the midst of them expressed selfish longing, and the sons of Israel too began to weep again, and said, "Who will give us meat to eat? How? We remember the fish that we used to eat in Egypt for nothing. The cucumbers and the watermelons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. Our eyes are on nothing at all except the manna." Let's add to this. Let's read Isaiah 25, verse 6, just as a reminder about Jehovah God's purpose and his banquet. Does he plan? Is it Jehovah's purpose to starve us and put us into food ration? And Jehovah of armies will certainly make for all the peoples in this mountain a banquet of well-oiled dishes, a banquet of wine kept on the dregs, of well-oiled dishes filled with marrow, of wine kept on the dregs, filtered. No, Jehovah God is not purposing to starve us, but we have to follow the pattern and know what his patterns are concerning training and discipline, so we won't be caught off guard. Now let's find what Job's sons did. He had 7 sons and he had 3 daughters. Let's read about their banquets. In Job chapter 1, verses 4 and 5, it reads, "And his sons went and held a banquet at the house of each one on his own day. And they sent and invited their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. And it would occur that when the banquet days had gone round the circuit, Job would send and sanctify them. And he got up early in the morning to offer burnt sacrifice according to the number of all of them. For, said Job, maybe my sons have sinned and have cursed God in their heart. That is the way Job would do." So now we have understanding that banquets were held by faithful people too. So they did sometimes just did a lavished spread. It wasn't all the time. He had 7 sons. If each one did it every month, it would last for 7 months. They invited their sisters. It wasn't a weekly thing. It wasn't these crazy parties that people have and just go into excess. It was well pleasing to God, but in case somebody got into trouble, made some mistake, Job would offer up some sacrifices for them at the end of the circuit, the route of the round robin scenario of the banquets, just in case. Now, concerning Christ Jesus and the rank system that they had there, judging people over food, they judged John and called John, said that he had a demon, and said that Jesus Christ was a glutton and an alcoholic. That's how they ranked John the Baptizer, who was Jesus' cousin, and that's how they ranked Jesus. Let's read Matthew 11, starting with verse 18. "Correspondingly, John came, neither eating nor drinking, yet people say, he has a demon. The Son of Man did come, eating and drinking. Still people say, look, a man gluttonous and given to drinking wine, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. All the same, wisdom is proved righteous by its works." So then, the same thing goes on today. Sometimes you're judged for what meal you eat and what meal you can afford. But this is not God's way.